Hey friend, I'm Nicole Hoover, and this is Living My Human Design, a no rules, off the cuff podcast where I share what it really looks like to live this wild human design experiment in real time. As a 3/5 emotional manifesting generator, traveling full time across the US with my husband and our 2 dogs in our 25-foot motorhome, life is anything but linear, and neither is this podcast. Here, I'll be reflecting on what I'm learning, the people and places that light me up, the emotional wave that I ride, and the deep truths that unfold when I choose to live by design, not conditioning. This space isn't about being perfect, it's about being real. You'll hear me raw, inspired, emotional, uncertain, empowered, and always inviting you to experiment with your own unique design. No fixed format, just voice notes from the road, from my heart to yours. Because human design isn't something we do, it's something we live. Let's get into it. Hello, friend. Well, my rapid chart assessment tool that I have been working on in the background for the past year, but really intensely for the past few months, has finally launched. And I'm so excited about it. And I'm so proud of all of the hard work that I put into it and all of the great insights that people are getting from playing with and using the RCAT tool. So I'm really excited about that. But now I'm coming down off of this creative high. Like I've been so lit up and so excited for so long that now I'm starting to come down from that creativity, and my mind is telling me that, okay, now on to the next thing. I need to do something else. What's the next thing that I'm going to do? What should I be doing right now? Okay, I need to market myself more, and I need to do this, and I need to do that, and I need to do this. And it's just like, stop. So I'm intentionally taking a pause because I have an open head. And I think that is probably where a lot of my conditioning comes from. I really get trapped in that, not only wanting to have all of the answers, but feeling like I need to be doing more. Like I'm influenced by the way other people are building businesses. And so I have that pressure to want to build a business like other people. But I am my own unique person with my own unique energetic blueprint. And so I'm playing around with what that is going to look like and what that's going to feel like for me. And this is a new business. I've had a freight brokerage for the past 25 years that I'm slowly turning over to my husband for him to run full time while I start up the Bodygraph virtual assistants and helping people to integrate Bodygraph's chart software onto their website and helping them to launch the free website or create their own domain name at an external website like Squarespace or something like that. So I'm going down that road because that excites me and lights me up. And I recently realized that I'm really excited about helping other people help people, if that makes sense, like being the support person for other human design guides and practitioners so that they can help shine brightly in the world. And by helping other people shine brightly, that'll I don't know, it just feels like the light will be compounded, and it's a great way to have a positive impact in the world, which is my 59 and my 55 and the 3/5 profile manifesting generator. Like, I really want to have a big impact, but I don't know what that's going to look like. So I'm just putting one foot in front of the other and responding to life as it happens and remembering not to get trapped in that open head of an undefined G center of needing to know the next right step and needing to be building my business like this other person is building their business. They're so successful, so I need to do what they're doing in order to be successful. I'm really leaning into playing with my own human design, leaning into that line 3 of trial and experimentation and see what that's like. And, we hear a lot of talk about, experiment with it, play with it, see what's true for you. And I really want to lean into that more because my mind is always saying, like, well, how? How do I do that? How do I experiment with my design? How do I know whether the experiment is right or working or how? How do I do it? And so instead of getting stuck in the mind and wanting to have the answers and wanting to know how, I am going to lean into what has lit me up and what has inspired me. And what I'm going to play with over the next week or so is really connecting into my sacral response, but then slowing down and waiting for the emotional clarity. I can get so carried away by the energy of the sacral that I forget to slow down. Well, and it's not only the sacral that gets me carried away, but it's also that open head that gets me carried away. Like an inspiration will drop in, it'll light up my sacral, and then I'll want to take off and pursue it and go after it. And that just ends up making me waste energy and just be busy for the sake of being busy. So I want to play with what it feels like um, to feel that sacral lit up, but then kind of slow down and wait more for that emotional clarity. And the way that I'm going to connect with my sacral is I'm going to start asking myself more yes or no questions, especially when it comes to the business. So I'm going to be asking myself, do I want to record a podcast today? Yes or no? And then feeling into what that feels like in my body. Is that lighting me up, or is that just my brain feeling like I need to record a podcast today? Because let's face it, my podcast releases have been very sporadic. I want to be more consistent, but I'm just going to play around with how it feels in my body and just see what that's like. So I'll ask myself, do I want to record a podcast? Do I want to make an Instagram post? Do I want to create a graphic? Do I want to go live on Instagram? Do I want to play today? Is there a topic that I want to pursue or dive deep into? What is inspiring me today? And just kind of checking in with myself throughout the day, listening to that sacral yes or no, and then pausing before I continue on. And I've downloaded this app called Day One onto my phone and my laptop. I am a true Apple fangirl, so I have the iPhone, the MacBook, the iPad, all of the things. Because I love how everything integrates together and is organized because I love organization. Um, so I've got this one day app and I've created a folder in that called Creative Holding Place. So anytime I have an idea or something pops in for me to respond to that's really lit me up in the moment, then I put it into this creative holding place. And then I'm going to sit with it for a while and see how I'm feeling later that day about the idea. And then I'm going to read it the next day and see how I'm still feeling about that creative idea or that thing that I wanted to respond to. And just kind of play around with slowing down a little bit and seeing if the next day that is something that still excites me so that I don't spend a whole lot of time chasing ideas and inspirations only to realize that they weren't truly aligned for my energy. They lit up my sacral in the moment, but it wasn't necessarily a path that I was meant to go down. And this is all coming from me being in kind of this creative low right now. Like I've had all this energy that I've expended creating all these reports because not only did I create the rapid chart assessment tool, but then I also created a free type strategy and authority report that people can download to start connecting with their design. I created a basic foundational report that goes over type strategy, authority, profile, and centers. I created a planet report that talks about, it'll show you what gate, like the theme of the planet, the theme of the personality sun, and then it'll show you what gate you have in that center and a little excerpt about that. And then it has a journal page to help you connect with the energy. So I created that report. And then I'm finishing up like an advanced human design report that does type, strategy, authority, profile, centers, gates and channels. So it'll basically have everything about a person's human design in it. And then I want to take a break. Like I'm already losing energy as I finish up the advanced report. So I know that the creativity is ebbing right now. And I know that I'm also probably in an emotional low. And so then that's where I start spiraling about needing to have all the answers and what do I do next and all of that. And so this is how I am going to practice following my design and leaning into my authenticity and my energy and just start doing experiments. Like logically I know what they should look like, but I want to implement them more and really feel into it and then share this messy experiment as I go. So we'll see how this plays out. I'll probably be checking in if my sacral says yes and my emotional clarity comes. I might be sharing some Instagram lives on how that is going. But yeah. And I'm also practicing like being in the moment, sharing with you guys on this podcast. So I might get really messy over the next few episodes, but let's just play and see how it turns out. Thank you for taking a moment of your time and sharing it with me, and we'll talk soon. Thank you so much for listening all the way to the end. If you've enjoyed what you've heard today, I'd be so grateful if you'd leave a review. It really helps more people discover the show. And don't forget to hit follow or bookmark so that you're the first to know when a new episode drops. If you'd like to dive deeper or work with me directly, check out the links in the show notes. And as always, keep living your human design, messy, magical, and entirely your own. See you next time.